It's time to correct the record. The Parler CEO, John Matze, was terminated by the board of Parler. But the story you're hearing, unfortunately, is not correct. Here's the real story, so you have it, and don't believe the hype, so this fake news doesn't fester. And you don't. I'm already getting emails from listeners, understandably so, asking me questions about why was the Parler CEO let go. I read a story at foxnews.com where he claims he was a real advocate for free speech, and he was a real advocate for product stability, and he was let go. And folks, that's not accurate. Those are his statements, not mine. I have no personal gripe against John, the CEO, at all. I want to be crystal clear. But John decided to make this public, not us. We were handling it like gentlemen, and John decided somehow to make this public, or put out this memo that was made public via press report. So here's what really happened. We were the ones, in fact, fighting to get Parler back up. It was some really bad decisions made by people on the inside. And listen, this isn't us airing dirty laundry. This is protecting a company that is absolutely committed to free speech, that I put the last year of my life into. Do you actually believe that someone else was on the side of free speech, and me from the eponymously named Dan Bongino show would get involved with a company that was fighting against free speech? You'd have to be an imbecile to believe that. There were two separate visions for the company. And I don't know what John's saying in his reports out there, but this free speech vision, that was ours, the other owners of the company. Let me be crystal clear on this. He makes 2 points that, I was a big advocate for free speech. It was my vision. And I was a big advocate for product stability. That is not true. Everybody digging my chili, what I'm laying down, that is not true. That is false. If he wants to get into a battle over here of narratives, he's going to lose, because there's this thing getting in the way of that story he keeps telling, and it's called the truth. I'm really pissed off right now because that's absolutely not what happened. The relationship with Parler and the CEO did not work out because the CEO's vision was not ours. Are everybody clear on that? Our vision was crystal clear. We needed to get up and fight back. Some terrible decisions were made in the past that led to this, that led us to getting put down by Amazon and others. It was us, me, and the three other and the two other owners, and the two other owners that were constantly on the side of this site was going to be a free speech platform, or it was going to be nothing. We have to be crystal clear on this. Again, I love my show. I love my audience. I love everyone who watches what I do. You guys are great, and ladies out there. I read your emails, and I'm a little bothered because, one, I didn't see this coming. We were handling this like gentlemen before it decided to become a public issue. But now that it is a public issue, make absolutely no mistake. I'm going to say this for the 10th time. The vision of the company as a free speech platform was mine and the two other owners. And we were resolutely committed to that. Folks, we could have been up after Apple, Amazon, and Google wiped this out. We could have been up in a week if we just would have bent the knee and followed all the ridiculous Apple edicts to become a heavy moderation site to the left of Twitter. That's not what we're going to do. We don't want garbage on our site either, and we took the proper steps to do that. But we were a free speech site, and will remain as such. And that's why it's taken so long to get back up. And John's statements out there that he made in this leaked memo that made it into the news, those statements are false. Again, I cannot tell you that enough, and I'm not going to let this narrative fester. It is me and my co-owners that are resolutely committed to a free speech site. He is not telling the truth there. And the product stability, he was committed to product stability. Wait till the real story comes out there one day about product stability and our warnings, me, and the two other owners, warnings to him about product stability. Is he really sure he wants to get into this? Again, I have no personal beef with the man at all. But this is an outrageous attack on people who have done nothing but work day and night to get this site back up and to fight back against these cancel culture goons. And to get kneecapped like this by someone we trusted is a disgrace. He is no white knight in this story. There are people who fought hard to get this back up and are fighting right now and are working nonstop. And that story you're hearing is not true. That is a version of events. So I'm leaving after this. I have to go do something. Sorry, but this is an emergency press conference. I shouldn't say that. That's a Dave Portnoy thing. It's just a press conference. That's a Dave Portnoy has a monopoly on emergency press conferences. This is a press conference for me. But I just want to leave you with this. The vision for the company as a free speech site and a stable product, immune and hardened to cancel culture, was ours. Ours. Me and the two owners. Anyone telling you otherwise is feeding you fairy tales and fables. That is false. And when the real story comes out and you see the communications, if those ever come out, you'll see my story is 100% true because it's not a story, it's the facts. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I rarely do these, but you know what happens with fake news. If you let it fester, people start to believe it. Please share this, pass it on to your friends, and let them know Parler is absolutely committed to free speech no matter what. And that's why it's taken so long to get back. Thanks for your time. Sorry to bother you during dinner, many of you, but I appreciate the 37,000 people that are watching right now. Thanks a lot. Please spread the word. And by the way, just one more thing. I'll talk about it more on my show tomorrow. If you want more details on the Dan Bongino show, you can check it out. Go to Bongino.com and I'll talk about the whole thing. All right? You don't want to miss that. See you.